We don't have them. Good anchor leg from Moran. And yup, it was Becker and Coulter for Stony Brook. UNH had Wilkes on the anchor, and we saw what he did in the 1500. He ran a really good race. McElroy ran third. Sullivan led off. That's unreal stuff from Schaefer.
For Binghamton, it was Scanlon, Cavalier, Galligan, and then Sam Schaefer. They earned 10 points. Stony Brook comes in 5th. UAlbany in 8th. And now here we go. Women's 4x8.
Well, they certainly won't use Richards, will UMass Lowell. He just ran a 5K, but they'll have Giesing on the anchor. It's been a blistering start here for Albany.
We expect Albany to take this, and they've been solid at all the sprint events. Obviously, the 4x1, they were fantastic, and we expect the 4x4 to go their way, but we'll see how this shakes out.
I mean, they've got some good runners in the 800-meter event. Keep an eye on Binghamton as well. I think they will use her, have Mackay on the anchor leg potentially. I mean, she's a 2:08. This is an absolutely flying start here for Albany, and UNH will have Martell at some point.
UAlbany with the lead right now. But a long race here.
Yeah, Martell, we're getting all but confirmation here based on where she's lined up. She'll anchor for UNH. Giesing and Mackay as well likely to be a part of that mix.
That's a stacked group.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun anchor leg. The question is, will they all get the baton in similar spots as we saw in the men's race? Starting to slow a bit here. Going to be a little bit more strung out here.
Right now it's Binghamton, then UAlbany and UNH.
That's Quarshie, Kayla Quarshie for Albany trying to hang on. And UMass Lowell is going to have a lot of work to do. 2:15 leadoff unofficially there for Binghamton. And if Giesing is going to run the anchor, she is going to have a lot to do.
Boy, it's a much faster leg already.
For now, you can get some relay adrenaline going out after you. And remember, it is still an 800-meter race. And remember, with Stony Brook, you had the 1,500 silver medalist and the 800-meter gold medalist on their last two legs, and they didn't have enough room. So if Lowell wants to get back into this one, they're going to need a big second leg here.
Binghamton, Albany, then New Hampshire and UMBC.
Of the three that are currently in that pack, New Hampshire and Binghamton have the two best anchors on paper. But still a lot of work to get there.
UMass Lowell's fallen off a bit with Giesing awaiting. It's going to be hard to battle back.
I mean, you have Giesing, who's the top 800-meter runner coming in. Richards, the silver medalist. And then you have Layden and Sessa, who are 5th and 6th coming in. Remember, Sessa had an excellent 1,500-meter run. She was the silver medalist in that event. She'll probably run 3rd if they use her. But again, that's shaping up for UMass Lowell to be a similar setup to what happened to Stony Brook on the men's side. We'll see. Lots still to unfold, but Albany having an excellent front half of the race.
Third leg coming upon us now. Pass it off around 4.5 minutes gone by. Such a fun event with how much energy it brings to the crowd. Here we go.
You know, Lowell actually has made up a little bit of ground here, and it's going to be a task and a half for Giesing, but if they can get a good third leg here, I'd still put them in with a chance. The way things go right now with Martell on the anchor for UNH and presumably Mackay for Binghamton, I mean, Albany's leading right now, but this is going to be a really interesting last couple of legs.
Albany's lead shrinking. New Hampshire and Binghamton creeping right up on it. Much tighter. Now it's UNH, Binghamton, then Albany. Retrievers and Riverhawks looking on from a distance.
Remember, Giesing's a 205 at her best. No one else in the conference, apart from Mackay, is even sub 209. UMass Lowell's still in this race. And Giesing didn't have to tap into that 205 speed to win the Open. Certainly going to affect her, but not as much as a 204 would have if she had gone to PR.
What's the key on this final handoff that's coming up on us?
I don't think you're too worried about the quality of the exchange necessarily, as UMass Lowell has gotten an excellent third leg to bring them up into third place. I think you're just trying to make sure you get a clean pass, and if you're getting the stick out ahead, just making sure that you're doing what you need to do, not worrying about others yet early on. Don't run the first lap any way other than how you want to, and then you start to race.
Here we go into the final stretch. It's UNH, Binghamton, UMass Lowell, then UMBC. Big guns about to get the rock.
This is the 1, 2, and 4 800-meter runners set to anchor.
Final 800. Binghamton won the men's.
This is a really big ask, even for Mackay and Giesing. Because Martell for UNH is 209.4. So we'll see. Giesing may have run the third leg.
That's not Izzy Giesing for
no,
sure.
No, it's not. That would explain how well Lowell ran on that third leg.
There's Martell.
Oh, she's going for it.
She's on the bell lap. UNH
60.8.
Albany's in 5th right now. Goes UNH, Binghamton.
Martell looks good, coming through 600 around 134, so she's slowed a bit. Binghamton, if they can get a big comeback here, would potentially sweep the men's and women's events just as they did in the 15.
Under 200 now. Could she battle back? It's in Martell's control as she looks to trot to a title.
She's going to hold on here. She ran a really aggressive first quarter, and it's going to pay off.
And the University of New Hampshire wins the women's 4x8.
Had Martell there in 2:08.9 unofficially. Great anchor leg for her. In a double, remember.
One of the UNH student athletes almost just got in the way of, not sure which team is on the back end. It might be NJIT, but we've obviously seen that. Everyone remembers the indoor championships when that cost Albany the men's title.
Albany